Welcome to the road to $1 million in cryptocurrency live stream. I want to try and document my journey over the next 300 days to see if it's possible to become a crypto millionaire. Now, if you're new, my name is Sash. I'm an entrepreneur, and I believe in financial education because that is the only way you and I are going to build financial independence. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join me on this incredible journey. Today is day 39, and we've got a really cool, really exciting episode for you guys. Okay, welcome everyone, and actually let me just greet you guys and tell you what's happening today. So today we've actually got a couple of guests on the show, you guys, and so I'm gonna introduce them really soon. But let me just say hello to a couple people here, in case I am missing anything. So my comment says Vietnamese Koi is here. Welcome, Vietnamese Koi. Hopefully you're doing well today. Venkatesh is here as well. Welcome. Appreciate you hanging out. And Sherwin is here too. Good day to you too, Sherwin. Good day to you too. Okay, guys, we're gonna fire off a tweet really quickly, and then I am going to tell you what we're doing today, and then I'm gonna introduce you to our guests who are waiting very patiently here. I'll also tell you guys about my numbers and all of that stuff very soon if we have time. I know that's super boring, but that's still pretty important. Okay, cool. So let's fire off a tweet here. I don't know what I am going to say today, but let's tag the usual suspects to add. By the way, every day now that we've been tagging Bitcoin, I've made the joke or the reference to the Bitcoin maximalists, and the irony is that I actually got to meet a maximalist last year, and I didn't actually know that she was a maximalist. At least that's the colloquial term now that everybody seems to be adopting. Basically, somebody who's just a 100% Bitcoin only investor. Like, it's Bitcoin or nothing. Every other kind of cryptocurrency is complete garbage and trash, according to the maxis, you guys. So I got to meet one of these guys, and I think that by tagging Bitcoin here, we might be creating some more exposure to the channel. But we might also be attracting some of the maxis. So, if we get more hate, I need you guys to kind of back me up here. All right, cool. So let's see, who else are we tagging here? Okay, I think that's fine. So today we start an epic challenge. Are you ready? P.S. We're live. Okay. So we got a really cool challenge lined up for today. Vietnamese Koi says, "Sad day, bro. I'm on rug streak." Oh, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear. Hare Krishna says, "Bro, Radiant is sad." It is sad, dude. It is sad. I'm still holding my Radiant tokens. Hold on. Let me fire off this tweet, you guys. Crypto. Hashtag Bitcoin, hashtag investing, hashtag money, hashtag challenge, hashtag geek arts, hashtag bro, hashtag $1 million. All right, by the way, I think making $1 million is incredibly difficult if you're trying to do it the ethical way. So, hopefully this teaches you guys something. But I just gotta say, if you're trying to do something the ethical way, it's really hard. It's really hard. Let's let me just make this screen a little bigger here, so you guys can actually see me. Okay, so what are we doing today? We have a challenge. It's the 1st of July, and we thought as a community in our Telegram group, as well as some of the other leaders in the Telegram group, we thought it would be a really, really cool way to start out the month by starting a challenge, specifically the $500 challenge. And our goal in this challenge is to document and make our entire investing journey over the next 30 days as transparent as possible, with the intention of gaining at least 50% more as a reward. So if you start out with 500, the goal ideally would be to end with 750 at least. And so today, it is my pleasure to introduce to you some of our amazing community members and leaders in the community. So I've got them on Zoom actually, so let me just go ahead and alt tab here, and we'll let them introduce themselves. Just give me a sec. All right, so you guys on YouTube, you have to tell me if you guys can actually hear. But here we've got two of our really, really awesome community members. We've got Mike and we've got middle-aged crypto, which is really, really exciting. What's up, you guys? How are you doing today?
Yeah, pretty good. Mike?
Yeah, really good too.
Awesome. On YouTube, do you guys hear the audio feed coming through Zoom? Just let me know in the comment section. And then we'll let Paul take over and kind of explain the rules of the challenge today and exactly how this whole thing is hopefully going to work. So just let me know, you guys, in the comment section if you can hear us okay, and then we will continue. All right. Are we still on YouTube? I'm pretty sure. We are still on YouTube.
We're not seeing the. Not seeing the image on YouTube.
You're not seeing any image on YouTube?
Well, no, we're seeing you, but we're not seeing us from Zoom.
Okay, cool. So here we go. Okay, so let's introduce us to. I always make this mistake. I always forget to share my screen. So here we are. Here we have Mike and Paul. Welcome, you guys. Really appreciate you guys hanging out today. Of course, we want to obviously make sure that everybody can hear us loud and clear. Sherwin says loud and clear, which is very, very cool. All right, Paul, the floor is yours, my friend. You can obviously go ahead and and share your screen, and then obviously we can kind of get to understand the challenge a little bit, and then we'll go back into the comments here and we'll see why people are freaking out, man. People are freaking out.
I'm sure there are a lot of comments.
Yeah. Okay.
I've not even got the YouTube open, and I'll read them all later. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'll let you go ahead, Paul, and kind of explain what the challenge is.
Sure. Well, Sash, myself, and Mike were discussing how many in the chat obviously don't have access to large funds, and that they're just starting out. So I thought it would be a really good idea, let's find out if this really is a good idea or not. We will find out in time, but the idea was to start with exactly $500, and with the idea of adding 50% to the initial amount every month. So this month we're starting with 500, and the target is to make 750. Now there are some rules. If anyone in the chat thinks there's a farm or something that could be interesting and lucrative for us, there to share the referral code. And what we will do, we will create a group referral code, and any extra money or crypto that generates, we will give back to the group. If there's an airdrop, we will also give those to the group. The idea is we're going to try and be as transparent as possible. So not quite sure if we're going to be sharing wallets or sharing actions, but we'll see. This is a very last minute thing as always, but we'll work that bit out. Yeah. No mining allowed. Most people do not have access to mining rigs. So that's Sash on the back foot already. The idea is we only trade buy and sell or farm. That's it. That's 99% of what everyone is doing, and that's the only thing we can do. We can't ask friends to put in 5,000 for a referral code. We have to use the same referral code between the three of us. And that's it, basically. We can't add to the wallet, of course. Now, the trick is we could either YOLO and lose it all, or farm slowly and the coin could drop and we could lose it all. So it really puts us in a real world scenario. But again, it would be interesting in the group, if anyone has any other ideas or limits, share it with us. We're learning this as we go along. It's going to be interesting. Mike's already cheated and started already.
Shame on you, Mike.
Am I on main screen? Can I share my screen?
Yes, sir. You are free to do so.
Okay, so let me just move this.
And let me make you.
So I've already had a slight problem, which I built my new wallet on the BSC network and then realized that if I'm going to be paying 70 cents to $1 every time I do something, I'm going to burn through my own 500. So then I thought, well, okay, that kind of limits me to Matic. So I went to the famous Expolinate to transfer everything, and I lost my funds. It literally got stuck in the system.
When did this happen?
This was about 30 minutes ago, literally. I just put my coffee down and transferred it over, and it got stuck. I've been talking with Mike for 20 minutes thinking, am I really this stupid, or is it really stuck? We've tracked wallets, we've tracked everything. And then magically, literally 2 minutes before Sash started, I got it back. So I've not made anything, I've not lost anything, but I've not really advanced anything at all. But anyway, I'll be moving over to Evo DEFI, he says worriedly, and I'll be transferring here. I can see that it's already got my full amount. Let me check. Yeah, okay, that's my wallet address.
Let's move this out of the way.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so while you're doing that, let's read some of the comments here. So
Yeah.
we know what people are saying. So Vietnamese Koi was obviously first, and he's having a really bad day, and I'm very scared because I might be having a really bad day too. I just haven't checked. So I'm kind of worried now. Leon is here. Welcome, Leon. Appreciate you hanging out. Anything is possible in crypto, and that 1 million is possibly around the corner. We love that attitude, my friend. We love that attitude, and that is the attitude of a champion. Sherwin says that he can hear us loud and clear, which is really cool. Vietnamese Koi says, F2 Jazz, game over. I already lost the challenge. I only have $80 left. Okay, so that's a really important consideration, Paul and Mike. Would people still be able to participate in this challenge if they don't have $500? Could we say that
Yes.
get out with like 50% and show that as transparently as possible?
The goal here isn't to start with an amount. We've chosen an amount because then we can all we can compete against each other like a little competition. But actually what this is about is actually trying to build up some additional funds by the end of the month, rather than just to $500. Great, start with 500, start with 100. Because actually if you're starting out in crypto, you want to become a millionaire, you want your Lambo, you want to go to the moon, you want all that stuff, great, but you're never going to make it in one trade. It's just not going to happen. So what you need to do is you need to have a strategy, you need to understand some of the principles. And so what we're doing different things, but literally start out with an amount of money and then be disciplined about it. So by the end of the month, you can look back and you can see the decisions you made, you can see the money that you made or lost, and you can see what happened. Because at the end of the month, if you do make money, awesome, that's brilliant. If you don't make money, it doesn't matter as much. It matters that you learn something from that process.
Sure. Yeah, that's like super important, and I'm hoping that everyone kind of understands that. Like, look, with some of the investments that I personally got into, like as recently as today, I'm already down like a lot of money. And so, the whole idea about this particular challenge is not for us to be perfect or for us to all, have the best start possible, but it's rather to start with whatever you have and see if you can get at least 50% within the next 50% more within the next 30 days. And if that's something that you feel like you can do or that is achievable, personally, I think it might be a really cool idea for you to join the challenge and try it out. And that way we can kind of work together. But we might, in that case, we might consider making like tiers. Like tier 1 could be like, like group 1 could be like $500, right? You're competing in the $500 tier. Group 2 could be like maybe the $100 tier. Group 3 could be like the $50 tier or something like that. So maybe that way we create a competitive environment, but also something that's fair and accessible for everybody, because not everyone has hundreds or thousands of dollars to start out with.
Which I think is very fair in terms of if you're going to offer, as a challenge. This is a challenge, it's a personal challenge. Yes, it will be a little bit interesting to compete against other people because we're naturally competitive.
Yeah.
But it does mean also you can look at what other people are doing and you can learn from that as well. So for example, I've decided I'm going to place my $500 into a liquidity pool because it's delivering a good interest rate. And the ROI on that is that I should, in theory, make my $250 in the first week. Now, that assumes everything stays the same, which it hasn't, because I'm already losing money today. But the point is, I'm only down $30, and that's because of a price fluctuation. Assuming that the price I get in at and the price is the same at the end of the month, my impermanent loss will be 0. I will have gained the farm number of tokens that I've got at the end of the day, and I know what they will be at the end of the month if they're the same as the starting price. So I know what I will make, and I've decided to do that as my strategy for one reason, is that over the last 2 weeks we've all suffered, or maybe 3 weeks, we've all suffered really badly with rug pulls, with issues in the market that things have gone against us. The Chinese government, it might be Elon Musk, it could be all these different things. We're not doing well necessarily. Some of us are. Some of us have got lucky and we've done well, but lots of us are suffering. And rather than sitting there and worrying about, will it continue like this? Do I feel down? Yeah, I feel bad. I've lost some money, but actually what I feel hopeful for is I'm learning, and I will take what I've learned and I'll use that to try to help other people, and I'll try to ensure that I move my funds in the right direction.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm taking a less risky approach by going into something I understand, but at the same time, I'm taking a risky approach because there are things that could go wrong with it. Price could go down. The impermanent loss could actually hit it and hurt it. But at the same time, if it goes well, fantastic. I make my money and make extra, and then we learn something from that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like this entire process is certainly like a learning process. It's certainly a learning journey, and I think that this is very, very important that we all consider this as a learning opportunity. Consider this particular challenge, if you are participating, as the price of admission, right? So start with whatever you're willing to lose, and then go in and see if you can make it work, right? But you're not forced to do so. We are having fun. We're hoping that this would also be an entertaining kind of journey over the next 30 days. So
we definitely want to avoid feeling like this guy.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
We don't want to lose it before we even start. But I'm happy to say I just checked my MetaMask and I'm on Polygon.
Nice.
And they've eaten $5, but at this point they can keep the damn $5. I don't care. I'll start with a handicap.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's really, really cool. And I think then we are ready to rock and roll. We're ready and set. So Paul, how do we start here? What's the criteria for our what's the process that we should follow if we are participating in this challenge?
Yeah, I mean, originally it was just for 3 of us, but I actually like the idea of opening up to everyone. And we can talk with the people in the chat during today, maybe have different levels of challenge, because you're absolutely right. If we start with $50 or 500, it's just a decimal. It's just moving. There's no big difference. So we can maybe today go through how best to share the information. Off the top of my head, it will probably be like a Google Sheets where we put in every transaction we do, what's coming in, what's coming out. I've created a private wallet for this, so I actually have no problem whatsoever sharing the wallet address, which is something I would never normally do. But seeing as though it only exists for this challenge, it makes no difference to me whatsoever. So I'm quite willing. I know Mike is using his original wallet, so that's probably not the best thing he could do, is to share that wallet. So we'll have to see. It might just be easier with a spreadsheet online, and we just put in what we're doing, what we're not doing, and how it went.
Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. So for those of you who didn't quite understand that, the basic idea is we want to see if it's possible to be transparent. And the best way to do that is to obviously track all our transactions on the blockchain to see if anybody's cheating or not. And so if you can, create a wallet or a separate account on your MetaMask or something like that that's separate from your main wallet, but that's something that can be publicly trackable. We'll put that in a spreadsheet and create a leaderboard, if you like. This is, in my opinion, this is more of a learning kind of challenge. And the goal is that we all get to the finish line, which is at least 50% of what we started with. Excuse me. And so if you guys are interested in participating, please make sure that you start with something that you're willing to share with everybody else, so everybody can track to see how the challenge is going, if that makes sense. All right, so we got some messages in here, you guys. Puffpuff says, guys, nothing Sash does is financial advice. Yes, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. This is not financial advice. We're just having a little bit of fun trying to motivate the community here. I'm down $1,000 today on SafeMoon Max. This is crazy. You know, I'm still willing to be optimistic here. I'm still willing to consider this particular challenge, even though I'm losing so much in like a single day. I'm very, very optimistic about creating this challenge so that we all learn together, because we might not get the Lambo today, but it may eventually come, you know, if we put in the hard work and apply the right kind of discipline. And so that's what it's all about. Okay, so Venkatesh here says, bro, convey my hello to Mr. Middle-Aged Crypto. Venkatesh says hello. Vietnamese Koi says, how to hack a MetaMask wallet. Oh, dude. I think Vietnamese Koi is experiencing some frustration with the same thing that I'm experiencing some frustration with, which is SafeMoon Max, but I'm not entirely sure. These altcoin, meme coin projects are kind of rough, I have to admit. But let me go ahead and share my screen here in just a sec. Okay, so so Paul and Mike, will we use some kind of centralized tracking sheet that everybody can get access to, or will we just share wallet information? What do you guys think? How will this work best?
Be fair on everyone. Not everyone's going to want to share a wallet. Why don't we just create a spreadsheet, and you can enter, shared sheets in Google Drive, and you could then just enter the data. We could just create a simple one that just said, what you've invested in and what you're getting on a daily basis, and you could just update it.
Yeah, simple trade sheet. Yeah.
Sure.
It doesn't need to be
I've already put my wallet address into the TG chat because I'm stupid. But yeah, they can follow that, or they can follow the spreadsheet.
Awesome. I need to create. I actually personally, FYI, you guys, I have not actually started the challenge yet, so I need to get a $500 out, and I need to add that to my. I need to create a new wallet basically and add that to there. So hopefully I can do that very, very soon. But on the screen right now, let's see. I am obviously using my spreadsheet here, so I'll probably copy some of the data. I might just like use one of my existing cells and then just copy whatever data I enter in here onto the new challenge. So we said that Bitcoin mining and Ethereum mining is out because not everybody can do that. So if you do want to participate in the challenge, I think the first thing to do is make sure you join our Telegram group. Make sure that you guys obviously have your own wallet that is preferably separate from your main wallet. If you are using your main wallet, then maybe consider being more disciplined at recording all your transactions and all your earnings. I think that's going to be really, really cool. Vlad is here. Vlad says, what is the new challenge? Okay, Vlad, I actually realized that I forgot to update the title ahead of time. I actually wrote it in, and then I forgot to hit the update button, and so we started live streaming without the updated title. So Vlad, the challenge is very simple. We want to let me actually show my screen here. Okay, so Vlad, the main idea behind the challenge is that we want to have a starting point and see if it's possible to get to at least 50% profit within 30 days time. So if you start out with, say, $100, your goal should be to get to $150. So in other words, $50 profit in 30 days time. If you start with 500, the goal is to get to 250 profit in 5 days time. So that means a total of 750. Sorry, not 5 days time, 30 days time. And so the idea there is that we all kind of get to participate in a more disciplined manner. And see if it's possible to either trade our way there, farm our way there, or possibly refer our way there. But doing it in a transparent way. And so if you'd like to participate, if any of you guys are interested in joining this challenge, just to kind of like obviously test your abilities, but also test your discipline, I think the best way forward is join our Telegram group so you can get access to any spreadsheets that we share in there so that you can obviously put in your data. But then B, also make sure that you're ready because we're going to start today. Today is the 1st of July, which is why we're launching the challenge today, and then by the end of July, I'm not sure how many days do we have in July, like 30 or 30? 31. Okay, so in 31 days, or rather July 31st, you should have, if you imagine July 31st, you should have 50% more than what you started with. And so that's the goal. And hopefully once we get there, then the next month, the month after, we can then start with a larger amount, right? And so this way we kind of build on what we are earning in a compound fashion, if you like. So,
and the other thing to add to that, Sasha, is to say that basically the idea is also to help everyone move away from trading actual cash money, so like their initial investment, getting into the point where they're actually able to start just trading their profits, so they can actually take the initial investment back out of the business, put it to one side, so that they always know they've got the money they started with, and then what they're doing is they're then trading with their profits. The goal is to get to be, as they say, trade with the house money, trade with the money that you've made in profit, rather than be trading with money that you are having to earn in the real world. That way you don't feel quite so bad when you go to sleep at night and the price goes down against you, because you're not worse off than you were when you started.
Yeah, excellent. So hopefully you guys understand that we want to get everybody to the point where you're not spending your salary or your savings that's in your bank account. You get to a point where you do have a starting point, where you might put like an initial amount in, but then you grow it so much to the point where you don't have to keep adding from your bank account anymore. What you make is enough to grow with over time. And so that's kind of like the discipline we want to hopefully demonstrate here. But also, look, anything can happen. We could totally fail, you guys. We could absolutely. I don't want to, but we have to be real here, and so I guess part of the goal of doing this transparently is, hey, if we do make fools of ourselves, if we do crash and burn, at least you guys will know that. This is what can happen, right? And of course, many of you have gotten burned before, so hopefully through this challenge, you'll make really, really smart decisions, because the goal is not 2x, 5x, 10x, 100x. It's just 50% of your principal investment. And if you get to 50% this week, you've won the challenge. But the goal is not get there as fast as possible. The goal is just to get there.
Actually, Sash, can I add to that? The goal is actually to finish the month, to get to the end of the month having got 50% more than you started with. This isn't, sure, do 2 or 3 times, do 100 times, do 1,000 times. It doesn't matter, but actually finish the month with more money than you started with would be the best objective that you can have, which is why it is a challenge. And yes, as and Clam just mentioned, it sounds like compounding. Yeah, can be compounding. It could just be you just YOLO and you just try to hit the next coin or hit the next thing and try to make it on a gamble. I've chosen not to do that this week or this month. I've chosen to take a slightly different approach, because I've managed to invest in made some really poor decisions and invested in some pretty poor coins. I've also sat out a number of them because I've realized that I can get too emotional in the way I respond to opportunities. I get very excited and I want to not miss out on anything. But in truth, I might as well just do this with my money and just push it all away, because it's too easy. It's far too easy. Yeah. And then you've got to remember, you've got to get it back from somewhere else.
That's a really, really key point there. That last sentence that you made, guys, understand that money in the crypto world, in the decentralized finance world, it's not infinite, right? It has to come from someone else, and that's the nature of trading. Every DeFi project or token that we participate in, we're all adding to a certain pool, and then whoever gets from that pool the quickest, in most cases, wins. But know that there are people who also lose. And so what we want to do is we want to position ourselves this month for as little risk as possible, if possible. Some of you might want to take more risk, some of you might want to take less risk, but the idea is, like Mike said, get to the end of the month with at least 50% more in that wallet, in that new separate wallet, at least 50% more than what you started with. Paul mentioned earlier that there would be a penalty. Paul, do you want to just go over that again? I'm not sure if I misunderstood. If somebody earns more than 50%, is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, there's no limits. What I thought would be interesting for the 3 of us would be that we're all starting with the same amount of money, more or less. Yeah. Some of us have just paid a huge amount to get it transferred. But once we hit the 750 mark, I thought it might be interesting to share the wealth, so to speak. So I'm quite happy that whatever I have over 750, again, we will ask the group chat how best to do it, but maybe
I have an idea for you there, Paul. Why don't we pool the rewards that we take our slice out of it, but pool the rest and make it as a reward for the people who compete with us.
Ooh, so
actually this challenge becomes, if we're successful and the 3 of us do okay, maybe then what we do is we take a portion of that and we share it with the people that were taking part by giving a prize, making it
like an airdrop prize, you mean?
Well, look, I mean, if someone says, look, I made, they finish top, they make the most return in the month and they do really well, or someone takes a strategy and sticks with it and shows that they've learned a lot on this month, why not just reward people for good behavior or for good performance? Why not give it to them for doing something, you know?
I have an idea. Okay, yeah, kind of like the same thing. If we're going to have, let's say, again, we can talk about this in Telegram, but let's say there's 2 or 3 different groups. People starting with under 100, let's say $50. People who start with $100, and maybe people want to start with 200. So that will be three different groups. Whatever we make over the 750, we'll collect it all together, divide it into 3, and the winner of each group gets that money.
Ooh, I like that a lot. Do you want to maybe show a little screen share on how that could, like a little mock-up of what that could look? Do you think you'd be able to like just do that really quickly on like a just on the fly?
I can tell you at the moment with my minus $33 profit at the moment, that's going to be a really small pool.
Okay. Tell me if I'm doing it correct then. Tell me if I'm doing it correct. I'll share my screen, and then let's just make like a new thing here. So we're saying that pool 1 could be, let's say this is the $500 group, right? Pool 2 could be the, let's say, the $200 group. So people who are starting with $200. And then pool 3 here. This could be like the $50 group. Is that what we're saying? So we have 3 groups like this. Am I understanding it correctly?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, and so we're saying that whoever wins this particular, whoever gets the most, the winner will get awarded something.
Yeah.
In each of the pools, respectively.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
and what we could do is we could balance it so that the people in the smallest pool actually get the rewards work in reverse. So the people in the small pool get the bigger reward. Like, if you see what I mean, rather than just splitting it into 3 and giving everyone the same. The guys who start with 50 and do well, because they're probably the guys that are starting out. Who knows? I don't know. We'll figure this out. We'll figure it out.
Awesome.
But we'll post it. So we'll make it clear so that everyone can see. But just for the people that want to take part, there's a reward.
Awesome.
And so, you know, makes it a little more exciting.
Awesome.
But even
I
assuming
love
we
that.
make money.
Awesome. You guys, so that's really cool. Let me read some of the comments here, see what people are saying. My wife is here. She says, I like Mike's idea of putting money aside. Yeah, I know I've been irresponsible.
Then you can get a nice kitchen like this.
Okay, so let's see what some of the other people are saying here. So we've got, we have Pook says, it sounds like compounding. So Pook, it can be compounding. If you want to join a farm or a pool where whatever you're earning, you just take it and put it back in every day or whatever, until it gets to a point where you have, 50% at least of what you started with, perfectly fine. But when I said compounding, I'm saying like compounding on a monthly basis. So today, let's say we start out today with 500, and in 30 days we end up with 750, and then in month 2, which is in August, we start out with 750, and then the goal would be to get 50% more, right? And so that's my thinking. Am I understanding it correctly, Mike and Paul?
Yeah, I mean, look, the idea is we're not just stopping after 1 month. The goal is if you can make half of your money again. So in other words, you start with 500 to finish on 750. It means you've made a profit for the month. Okay, you've only made $250, but you've made 50%. If you do that every month and literally take your $750 and then go, I'm going to make 1.5 times that, 50% more than you started with. At the end of the second month, you've got more money than you had at the beginning of July.
Exactly.
And that's perfect.
Excellent. So guys, and also understand that in the traditional finance world, I don't think you'll actually be able to get anywhere close to 50% even in a single year. And so that's why we're calling it a challenge, to see if it's possible through discipline and strategy, if it's going to work. All right, let's see what some of the other people are saying here. Bantu Viking is here. Welcome, Bantu Viking. Good day. Good day to you too. Mario says it sounds like a cool idea. Thank you, Mario. I hope that you will join us. Bantu Viking says, Sash, if you remember Carnage, they do have a layer 3 kicking off today. Good luck to all. I'm probably personally not going to touch Carnage, but that can definitely be something that you guys invest in. All right. So Mike, you've shared a link in there. Do you want to just tell people what that is?
That's a compounding calculator. And the reason I've shared it is I then decided this morning when I was looking at what to do with my $500 is I went to Polysnow and I looked at it because I'm already invested there. And I looked at their liquidity pool, and their liquidity pool is paying out a percentage every day. And the percentage every day, if I just quickly double check.
Do you want to share? Why don't you go ahead and share your screen, Mike?
Okay, I'll do that. 2 seconds. Share that, share this, go full screen on it. So on the liquidity pool on Polysnow, you will see that in here, you probably won't be able to see it very easily, but they're playing 4.42% per day. Mm-hmm. Now, I then said, okay, what does that actually mean if I'm putting $500 in? Well, you'd get half the number of snow per day. You'd get 308 and a half a day, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But actually, what does that really mean at the end of the month? And so actually, if you go to the other screen that I was playing with, sorry, my bad, just quickly click on here. And
the compound interest one, right?
Yeah, so I was just going to go to the compound interest one and say, in this calculation, I put in at the top, well, it's actually set at 5%, so I put it at 4.41. So it's 4.41%. I've put in my $500. I'm doing it for 1 month. I'm including the weekends because crypto never sleeps. Yeah. And what this is going to do is compound on a daily basis. Yeah. So I calculate it, and down here it says by the end of the month, in theory, my $500 turns into $1,900.
Absolutely.
Which means I make 281% profit. Now, this assumes that the price I start at and the price I finish at for Polysnow, which is currently around 7 cents a coin, is the same at the end of the month.
Sure.
And during the month, I haven't suffered impermanent loss with massive depreciation of the coin or massive inflation of the coin. I basically get the same price consistently. Right. It gives me an indication of what is possible. Now, if I wanted to play this game sensibly and just go, I'm only trying to get to the point of $350, it would take me until the 11th of July, 10 days, on compounding, assuming it all stays the same, to get to the $750, $760 an amount. So basically what you could end up with is you could then say, actually, I've got the rest of the month to kick back because I've achieved my goal. Awesome. Or you could say, let's be greedy as we always are. And what could I get to if it all stayed the same and carried on working by the end of the month? $1,800 effectively. And so, yeah, it could be really exciting. But as we know, it doesn't work like that.
Sure. Now, this obviously also assumes that we are going to put in...
Not get rug pulled?
Put back... No, definitely not. We're going to put back whatever we earn every day. So instead of cashing that out to BUSD or Tether or whatever, we're going to take the earnings and reinvest it every day.
Absolutely. So basically what I would do is I would harvest on the USD Snow liquidity pool. Mm-hmm. I would then go over I'd take that and then I'd go and place it into, I'd harvest whatever's in here as well, and then I'd restake it. So currently my total stake, because I've obviously, as I said, I'm already invested in here, is got 5,000 coins in here. However, what I would be looking to do is calculate out, and I'll just show you really quickly what I've done to do this. I've actually got a spreadsheet which I can show you here, which is to say, let me just make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. I've taken my initial investment, which was $500. It's currently running at I'm at 466, which is $33 down. But what I've done is I've already accrued a number of coins today. So I've already earned 45 fish, which is worth a walloping $3.24. But I could earn what's in here in a day. So in theory, I could earn $20 a day.
Sure. If
this works properly. And what I do is I just add it into I add the restake and then put it into the farm. So I'm farming it here, but I'm actually just accumulating it. So at the end of the month, I'll have a total. And literally what I'm doing is I'm just tracking it to say every time I've harvested, as you can see, I've harvested 45 snow today. Each time I harvested it, I just record what I had, so it adds up. So what I'm doing is keeping a record of it. And rather than guessing like other people do, I just copy it off the screen, so it's accurate. But what it means is you then have at the end of the month, you have a record of what you did. And this is the way I look at it. I look at it as money that I think is important to me. And so I try to treat it seriously. But as you can see, I'm a little bit down at the moment. I've got a way to go. I'm on $246. I want to make 250. I've got a bit of a challenge on my hands.
Sure. Yeah. And I think that's going to be the cool thing about doing this challenge together, is that we get to like motivate each other and kind of keep each other accountable as well. And so if we have a strategy, we're going to try and help each other stick to the strategy, and hopefully we all get to the finish line, and we all get to win in some way or the other. So some of the other comments here says, Clap Music is here. Welcome, Clap Music. It's great to see the both of you. Actually, there are three of us here. We got hashtag middle-aged crypto here as well, but he's being a little quiet. Are you still there, or did you fall asleep, Paul?
No, I'm here. I was actually doing some rough mathematics of how we could share the pot. I think I've worked out. Again, we can talk with the team, but let me share my screen really quick.
Go for it. In the meantime, SU is also here. Welcome, SU. Appreciate you hanging out. Bro, you daily earn lots of money. Help me with $100, please. I'm poor. Okay, so here's the thing, right? We want to make this as fair as possible. So whatever you can afford to lose, that's what you should start with. And if you cannot afford to start this challenge, please do not start the challenge, okay? That's really, really important. But anyways, hopefully it will motivate you and you learn something by watching some of us do this. So when you do have the ability to start the challenge, you'll be able to start it the month after this one. Go for it, Paul. Sorry.
No, don't worry. So let's say, for example, we're going to have pool 1, pool 2, and pool 3. So pool 1 will be for people who are going to start with 50, pool 2 for 100, and pool 3 for 200. We'll keep it nice and low for the first time, yeah? Okay. So this is me, Mike, and of course you, Sash.
Yeah.
Let's say that I make at the end of the month $900. Mike makes 1,000 and you make 1,200, because we all know you make the best financial decisions in the group. Our target price was 750. So we're going to take this amount from what we've made, and this will give us this extra amount over the target amount that we were aiming for.
Sure.
If we pull these three amounts together, that gives us $850. And again, this is up to discussion between the three of us and with the TG chat. Maybe because pool 1 had less money to invest, they should get more of our winnings. And hopefully that will encourage them to be a bit braver or to risk a little more, because it's free money. I mean, literally, it's free money. We're giving it away.
Yeah. So
let's say we give the winner of pool 1 50%, the winner of pool 2 30%, and the winner of pool 3 20%. So that would mean the winner of pool 1 risking $50 may make whatever they make plus $425 as a gift.
Nice. Okay.
Pool 2 255, pool 3 170.
Would it not make more sense to do like a fair distribution to all participants in that pool, as opposed to just awarding it to one person? What do you think about?
Well, why don't we could do it, for example, the winner of pool 1 gets, I don't know, let's say $100. Pool 2 gets 50 and pool 3 gets 50, and the rest of the money we can then just disperse evenly between everyone for participating.
Awesome.
Could be, yeah.
So at least somebody gets something, or rather everybody gets something for participating. So there's like a little incentive there. If Paul Mike and myself make more than 50%, whatever extra we make, so remember 50% is our target, but if we make something like, 100%, 200%, 500%, whatever, right? All of that surplus will go into this pool and become the reward for you guys who participate, if that makes sense. And so
You have to be participating.
yeah, you have to, and so that way we
You
might
can't just join the chat and where's my money?
yeah, exactly. Where's the airdrop? Where's the airdrop? I think that in that case, it might be better to collect people's wallet addresses, and so that way we can track if people are actually participating and not freeloading.
Just deposit 2,000. I've won. I'm done.
Yeah, so let's make it fair. Let's make it fair. Let's make it transparent. If you do want to participate, we will obviously discuss it in our Telegram group, but you also have to make sure that you have a separate wallet to your main wallet, and you want to also make sure that you share that address. So Desar says, what if other people do not want to share the extra money they make?
It's not, no, they don't.
No.
It's only the three of us that are doing the sharing.
Yeah, so hopefully that's clear, you guys. It's only Mike, Paul, and me that will share the surplus of our reward. And so Mike, Paul, and I will each start with, have we decided to start with 500 each?
Yeah, I've already started.
Oh, man.
I'm at 496 and change, but yeah, it's yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Oh man, I'm so happy. Safe Moon Max is back. It's back up. It's back up. Oh man, that was a good dip, but that was really scary. So I've officially not lost $1,000 in a day, which is great, which is fantastic. Right. So I'll do the same. I will create a new wallet for myself. Paul and Mike have already started. So I'll just go ahead and create a new wallet, and then I'll make sure that that has $500 in there. And so then we can basically start the challenge. Now remember, today, the 1st of July, is when the challenge starts. So if you do want to participate, we will need your participation wallet address today. Most likely in the Telegram group, we might put like a Google form or something, so you can put in your name and you can also put in your wallet, and so we'll collect all of that data throughout the month. We can obviously track that as well. Okay, remember, there's no pressure. You're not obliged, you guys are not obliged to actually join this challenge. If you would like to join, and if you would like to let's see. Okay, so we got some we got some banter in the chat. We'll go ahead and read that in just a sec. So what I'm trying to say here, you guys, is nobody is forced to join the challenge. Okay, it's just a fun learning opportunity for anybody who wants to see and if they can actually earn 50% more on a principle that they are willing to invest. Lots of us have started out in different ways. Some have started with a little, some have started with a lot. So we're all coming from different places. We all want to see if it's possible to take whatever we start with and earn at least 50% more in the next 30 days. That is it. But it is completely optional, okay? And also, we will not be giving any financial advice during this challenge. However,
Not at all.
So please don't DM Paul and don't DM Mike and don't DM me and say, what should I invest in? What should I invest in? Okay, we'll try to be as transparent as possible, but hey, you know, it's a competition as well. So Paul, Mike, and myself, as the leadership, we want to also reward you guys for your for you going on this journey with us, and for you potentially also joining this challenge. So make sure that you understand, guys, you are not being forced into anything. We don't want anything from you in terms of money or anything like that. We just want everybody to play fair and square, and so that's why we'll collect wallet addresses to track if that makes
Stash,
sense.
what we really want from everyone is to give it a go and to try to make some money for themselves. Because
Sure.
actually, if you can make 50% profit in a month, you have done well.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
well.
That's the goal. That is the goal. Yeah.
And the other thing, of course, is that if this all crashes and burns, you guys get to watch 3 guys crying over $500 less than 24 hours.
I really am gonna do my best to be disciplined. I promise. My wife is watching, so she might hold me accountable to this as well. Dude. Okay, so let's see here. We got some other comments here. OG Mustafa is trying to tell SU to stop begging and go work for it. Yeah, SU, you might want to, if you do want to participate, okay, we are trying to empower everybody watching this, right? Some days, we get thousands of people watching this show, and so it's our responsibility to make sure that we are empowering everybody watching, right? And so with that in mind, what we hope that you will take away from this is not a feeling of helplessness, but rather a feeling of, hey, I can do that too if I had something to start with. Not, I don't have it, but rather think, how can I get it to start with? Okay, but don't ever use money that you need for something else, okay? If you cannot participate, it's totally fine. You don't have to participate right now, rather just watch how we're doing it. Maybe next month, you'll be in a position to participate, okay? Make sure that you keep that in mind. Clap music also is like, stop this, brother. Stop, seriously, stop asking for money. I appreciate you, Clap. All right, Desar says, how far until you guys start your own project? Ooh. So, little updates.
Some of us has not slept.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to say that we have started to make some progress. And one of the biggest hurdles that we've actually had to go. I'm reading some comments here. We'll go back to that. Stop distracting me, you guys. So one of the biggest pieces of progress that we've made so far is that we've actually assembled something of a core team, and that's really exciting. Of course, Mike and Paul are on the core team, as well as myself and a few other talented people. We've also got some really talented developers from all around the world. This is a very international team regarding our own community project. And so, that said, I was up to like 1 a.m. with these amazing people, just trying to discuss and brainstorm the best way forward. As soon as we're ready to announce any progress, whether we release a coin or platform, whatever it is, you guys will be the first to know. But because we have middle-aged crypto on the team, he likes challenges and puzzles and engaging activities, and so maybe we won't tell you guys. Maybe we'll just give you guys a puzzle to solve, and when you solve it, maybe then you'll get your free airdrop or your free contract address to jump in first before everybody else. Okay, so we'll try to make it as cool and interesting as possible. And so the goal, of course, is how can this last? How is what we're building right now able to last for a year, for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, okay? We don't want to build another clone that dies in a week. We want to make sure we build something that has long-term value for you guys. And so it takes time, but you guys will be the first to know as soon as we make progress on that.
Can I add something there, Sash, just out of interest, is that part of the conversation last night is how we can help other people. It wasn't about how a group of people can get rich. That wasn't about really what the conversation we had was about. It's like we want to design a solution that will help people in this market space benefit from their desire to be wealthier, but without ripping them off and without them having to struggle. We want them to learn. We want them to understand how to benefit from what they're doing, but we want to help them mitigate or reduce some of the risks. And so a lot of this is about helping other people, which you might find to sound quite strange when you think about this particular market, where every other week you hear about people getting ripped off or stolen from. we're really not about that, and that's not our goal. It's about making sure everyone can benefit and we can raise everyone up, which would be really important.
Yeah, that's thank you for sharing that, Mike. I really appreciate that. That's always been the goal of the community. Even just building a community, right? We want to make sure everybody is in the best position to win. And for that to happen, we want to obviously make really intentional choices that can have long-term benefits for all our community members. Let's actually have a look at what some people are saying here. So we got a few comments here. So Sammy Knight says, so you're saying I should not withdraw my 401k and YOLO it all into crypto? well, you know. I mean, hey, you know, there.
No.
You never know.
Don't. I joke a lot. Hopefully, you guys got that already. But please don't. Please understand me. Do not use your life savings for this, you guys. Please. But if you would like to participate in a challenge, start out with a really small amount that you're okay losing. Okay, you don't have to start with a big amount. Start with something really small. If you want to participate in this month's challenge, that would be really cool. OG Mustafa says, I joined late. I don't know what the challenge thing is, but I'll rewatch the stream. Yeah, so OG, just to give you a quick gist of what we're doing. This month, starting today, the 1st of July, we want to start a new challenge where each of us who are participating, anybody can participate, you all are going to create a new wallet for yourself, and you're going to pick an amount that's comfortable for you to start investing with this month. And you're going to take it and you're going to put it into that wallet, okay? And that's going to be your seed money. So for Mike, Paul, and myself, we're each going to start with $500. But for those of you out there who feel like that's a bit too high, maybe you can start with something smaller. The goal is, OG Mustafa, the goal is by the end of July, we want to see if we can get out with at least 50% of what we started with. So if I start with 500, I want to get out with at least 750 by July 31st, if that makes sense. And this is going to apply to any kind of yield farming or trading or affiliate programs or whatever that you might want to participate in. But mining is not allowed, if I understand that correctly, Paul.
Correct.
Yeah, and the reason for that is it's just too expensive for someone to suddenly start mining. Good luck on getting any GPUs anyway. So, you know, honestly, this is about playing in the crypto market with a small amount of money and literally trying to do the right things, make the right decisions.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's to basically replicate what 99% of people will be doing. Their first transaction, getting into crypto. What the hell am I looking at? How does this work? What is an APY? What is an APR? Why is it over 1,000 when my bank gives me 0.1? It's just to show from a very basic level how to play the game.
Yep, exactly. And so if you guys want to join, like I said, please only start with what you can afford. And please have an open mind, okay? We are going on a journey that it's going to be a learning journey, right? It's going to be an educational journey. And so let's start in the right way. Let's do the disciplined approach, not the YOLO approach. But hey, you know, if you're cool with the super risky investments, that's all right too. Okay, so before we wrap up here, I just want to read some other comments to see what other people are saying.
Guys, I'll leave the room to you guys. Take
Awesome.
care. Let's speak soon.
Thanks so much, Pop. Really appreciate you. So, Bunch of Viking says, SU God is amazing and will show you much. Okay, so Bunch of Viking says, God is amazing and will show you much favor. Just believe in yourself, and you know that God is the creator. And creativity is within all of us because we are an expression of the creator. Okay, so what I think Bantu Viking is trying to say there is that where there's a will, there's a way. And regardless of what your belief is. So if you believe in God like me or Bantu Viking or many other people out there, maybe, you know, you can take it to faith and see if there's a way to do that. The way I like to think about it is not looking at your limits, but rather looking at how you can overcome them, right? And so if you like think to yourself, hey, this is something I want to do, but right now I can't afford it. Maybe next month I want to be in a position to afford it. What steps do I need to take to get there? That's your challenge for this month, right? That's how you should basically think about it, I think. Okay. Let's see. So Yodi says, can't wait for you guys to start your own project. Really wish it happened soon for sure. I'm really excited about that. William is here. Welcome, William. Appreciate you hanging out today. Sammy Knight says, don't start out on the ETH network. Yes, ETH is going to be very, very expensive. I think so. All right, Mike, any other things to add before we wrap up today's live?
I was just to say that we will post this on the Telegram channel as well. We'll just post the information and we'll let you guys know. And we're happy to talk about it, happy to discuss it in the Telegram channel or elsewhere. But, good luck. I mean, have fun. This is supposed to be fun, not so stressful. You've got to be able to go to bed at night and sleep and not be stressed about the fact that you've put some money into Polysnow or some other really good investment.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, look, it's going to be a really important learning experience here. And so let's try and do our best, everybody. And let's learn from each other. I think that's going to be the most important thing. I'm obviously looking at SafeMoon Max here, and it's stressing me out. I'm not gonna lie. Let me just like share my screen so you guys can see what I am looking at. Like this is an investment that I got into recently. I should be at like 2,600 right now.
You need to flip your screen if you're showing us it.
Do you guys not see my screen?
Nice. Go on, just in case. I do now, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is, it has been pumping here. So if you guys got into this dip right here, that was a really, really cool opportunity. Of course, I'm hoping that, more people can kind of get into this. This did 200,000% this week. It's crazy. It is absolutely insane. And the crazy part is they're going to obviously try and launch it to the public this weekend on the 3rd of July. So this Saturday, it basically gets published in the media and on billboards and all of that stuff. So that's SafeMoon Max. Of course, my SafeMoon Max is not looking that great right now. But, I just want to let you guys know where I'm at. I also want to say, guys, thank you so much for joining today's live stream. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys, supporting the channel. If you are here for the first time, welcome. You basically got thrown into the deep end, but hopefully you learned how to swim. Hopefully you had some fun today. Hopefully you learned something, and hopefully, you take the challenge with us. That would be really cool. If you guys do want to join our group, it's in the description. The Telegram group is in the description. The link to that, you can join from there. Be safe, you guys. We want to make sure we kick off July really strong, and so, we want to make sure that everybody is in the right position for success. So please make sure that you guys start with the right mindset this month. We'll call it a new month. We made lots of losses in June. Let's go ahead and start July really strong. And so hopefully this initiative will encourage you guys. And you're the one who wins at the end of the month, right? We are not the winners. Hopefully we all get to win, but like everyone who participates is a winner because you would have 50% more than, hopefully 50% more than you started with. So that's really, really cool. Before I go, I just want to tell you guys about our workshop here. Hopefully you guys can see this. At Blue Brain, we teach people how to create their own online course businesses or own online information businesses from scratch. You do not have to pay anything to join our workshop. It's totally for free. Go ahead and check that link out in the description below, and we'll teach you how to go from 0 to sales in less than 60 days. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out today. It's been great. We've you know, we're doing things differently this time. We got guests on the show. Mike's been awesome. Mike, thank you so much for hanging out today. It's been really great. And thank you all for joining us today. I really, really appreciate you. If you haven't followed me on social media, here it is. Here are my channels. Here are my handles. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Smash that like button. Let's have, how many people do we have here? Like 50 people. Make sure you guys smash the like button, you guys. If you hated this content, hit dislike 2 times, not 1 time, 2 times for emphasis purposes. That way I won't be offended. And, you know, take care, you guys. Be safe. Let's chat in the Telegram group. I love you guys. I'll see you in tomorrow's live stream.
Well done, mate. That was brilliant.